Good morning. Today we will start Chapter 11, Lesson 6, Volumes and the Surface Areas of the Sphere. In this lesson, we will learn how can we find the surface area and the volume of a sphere. But before we start, let's see what is the sphere. A sphere is the set of all points in space that has an equal distance or equidistance from a given point. We call it a center. It's like a circle, it has a center, and all the points from the sphere to the center has an equal distance. And also there's a radius. This radius is a segment that has one endpoint on the center and the other endpoint on the sphere. And diameter is a line segment that's passing from the center that's connecting between two endpoints of the sphere. It's like the circle, but the circle it is two-dimensional shape and the sphere is a three-dimensional shape. So it has a radius, a center, a diameter. So let's see now how can we find the surface area of the sphere. Here now, the surface area of the sphere is 4 by r squared. If you look at the book, you will find that it has like 4 circles. They gather them with each other. So like we know that the area of a circle is by r squared. But if we have 4 circles connecting them, we make a sphere. So the surface area of the sphere is 4 times the area of a circle. So the surface area of a sphere is 4 times the product of pi and the square of the radius of the sphere. So to find the area of the sphere, we only need the radius. The surface area, of the sphere, we only need the radius. Let's see this example here. Find the surface area of a sphere. The diameter here is 10 meters. Now, we know that the surface area of the sphere is 4 by r squared. So to find the surface area, we need r. Okay, now look here. Here I have the diameter, which is 10. So the radius, it will be 5 meters. Then substituting here, 4 by 5 squared, 25 times 4 is 100 by meter squared. This is only how can we find the surface area. So here the surface area is 4 by r squared. To find the surface area of the sphere, I only need r, or I only need the radius. Let's have another example here. What is the surface area of a sphere if the diameter is 14 inches? Now, let's repeat. The surface area is 4 by r squared. Here we have a sphere and the diameter here is 14. So now since the diameter is 14, so the radius will be 7 inches. After I find the radius, let's evaluate it here now. 4 by 7 squared equal the surface area. So 49 times 4 196 by is the surface area of this sphere. Do you have any question?
No, thank you.
No.
No, teacher.
Now, what is the surface area of a melon with a circumference of 18 inches? Here we have a melon. Let's see that there's a melon here. Okay, now this melon, the circumference is 18 inches. What does it mean? That's mean here. So this is now a melon. Here now they told me that the circumference of this melon, where's the circumference? This is the circumference. Or by the way, don't look here. This one later on we will talk about it. Okay, just here now. This is the circumference of a circle. Now, if the circumference of a circle is 18 inches, so they told me here that the circumference of a circle is 18 inches. Now, they ask me now, if you know that, look at this sphere here, they give me the circumference, they ask me to find the surface area. Okay, to find the surface area, we said that the surface area here is 4 by r squared. So to find the surface area, I need the radius. But the radius here is not given. How can I bring it? From the circumference of a circle. From here, all of us know that the circumference of a circle is 2 by r. This is the circumference of a circle. They told me it is 18. So from the circumference, I can find the radius, 2 by r. So 9 over pi is the radius of a circle. So I found now the radius. Let's evaluate it now here. 4 pi. Now we know that r is 9 over pi. So r squared. So let's put it here as 9 over pi squared. 4 pi times 9 squared over pi squared. Pi cancel pi, so it will be 9 squared, which is 81, times 4. Let's first delete here. So 81 times 4, which is 324. So the surface area will be 9 squared times 4, which is 324 over pi. Or we can say 324 times 7 over 22, which is 103.09 or 0.1, what's the unit? Inch squared. This will be now the surface area of the surface area of the sphere. So here, to find the surface area, I only need the radius. In this question here, the radius is not given. How can I bring it? How can I now find the radius? From the circumference. Since the circumference of a circle is 2 by r, so let's now here take or find the radius from the circumference, then use this radius to find the surface area. Is it clear?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Now, let's see now how can we find the volume of the sphere. The volume of the sphere is 4/3 the product of pi times the cube of the radius of the square. So it's 4 over 3 by r cubic. This is how can we find the volume of the sphere. So to find the volume, we only need the radius. So by now, the surface area is 4 pi squared, and the volume is 4 pi or 4 over 3 by r cubic. This is the surface area, and this is the volume of the sphere. Let's see this example here. In this one here, we have this is sphere with a radius 6 meters. So the radius here is 6. So the volume will be 4 over 3 pi times 6 cubic. So it is 4 over 3 pi times 6. Here is 1. Here it is 2. 36 times 2 is 72. 72 times 4, 228 by inch cubic, or sorry, meter cubic. This will be now the volume of this sphere. Here I have the radius. The radius is, the volume, sorry, is 4 over 3 by r cubic. The radius is 6. Just evaluating, we will find that the volume here is 288 meter cubic, or cubic meter. Do you have an example, any question?
No, thank you.
No, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. A sphere has a diameter of 60 inch. What's the volume? So here now we need to find the volume of the sphere. The volume of the sphere is 4 over 3 by r cubic. 4 over 3 by. Now from here they told me that the diameter is 60, sorry. So the radius, it will be 30. So 30 cubic times 4 over 3 is 36,000 by inch cubic. This is now the volume of the sphere if the diameter is given. So if the radius is given, it's so easy, just evaluate. If the diameter is given, you have to find it, if you have to divide it by 2. If the circumference is given, you have to divide to find the radius from the circumference of a circle by dividing over 2 pi. No. So as you see, we need the radius, to find the volume of the sphere or the surface area or the sphere. Only we need the radius. There's no height, there's no the area of the base, there's nothing complicated. Only to find the volume or the surface area of the sphere, we only need the radius of them. In this problem here, we will see how can we find the volume, or how can we find how can we use the volume to find the surface area. They give me the surface area, they ask me to find the volume, or they give me the volume and they ask me to find the surface area. How it will be? Look at this example here. Here they give me that there's a sphere. There's a sphere like this one here as an example. And for the sphere now, if you know that now the volume of this sphere is 5,000 meter cubic. Now, before that, did you know what's the difference between the volume and the surface area? In our world, in our real life, the surface area.
The volume is how much space something takes up.
Yeah, the volume, like imagine that this is an watermelon. Now, the volume of the red fruit, okay, inside this watermelon is what is the volume. Or imagine now this is a cup as an example. This is a sphere. This cup makes like a sphere. The volume of water that's inside this sphere is a volume. But if you talk about the shell of this watermelon, the green shell that's cover this watermelon, this is the surface area. That's why I told you every time that if you want to find the surface area of complicated shape, you must know which shape you see it, which shape you touch it, because you talk about the surface area. The volume, you talk about the things that are inside, not outside. The surface area is from the outside. The volume is you talk about the something that is inside. Also, for the circle or for the circumference or for the parameter of the shape, the parameter, like if you need to make a, or if you need to build a wall for the room, the wall of the room, like here you have four surrounded or four walls surrounded by you. This is the parameter of the room. But the area of the room, if you want to put a carpet inside your room, you have to find the area of this room. If you want to make a wall for your room, you have to find the parameter. If you know how much air are in your room, you have to find the volume. This is the difference between these three definitions. So here now they give me the volume of the sphere. They give me how much water, how much air can you put inside this sphere. Now, they ask me now to find the surface area. I told you now that if you want to find the surface area or the volume, you need the radius. So the volume is 4 by r cubic, and the surface area is 4 by r squared. So to find the surface area, I need the radius. From where I bring the radius? From the volume. The volume here is 5,000 equal 4 by r cubic. So let's divide it by 4 by 4 by. So 5,000 over 4 by is 397.9 equal r cubic. Then this is 400 approximately the r cubic. But I don't want r cubic, I want r. So we have to put each terms by the cubic root of r. Then after that now, so r, it will be the cubic root of 397.9, which is 7.35. This will be now the radius of the sphere. So after we find the radius, let's come back now to the surface area. To find the surface area, as I told you, you have to find how to say it is 4 pi r squared. 4 pi. Now what is the radius here? It is 7.35 squared. Then 7.35 squared times 4 times pi, it will be 678.86 meter squared. This will be now the surface area of the sphere. So here they ask me to find the surface area. To find the surface area, I need the radius. From where do I bring the radius? Sometimes I divide the diameter by 2, sometimes by the circumference of a circle, and sometimes by the volume. How? We know that the volume is 4 pi r cubic. So the radius, it will be the cubic root of the volume over 4 pi. This is a way how can we find the radius. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's have another example now. The volume of a sphere is 4,200 feet or cubic feet. What is its surface area to the nearest 7th? Here now we have the volume. We know that the volume is 4,200. You have to do the same. You need to find the surface area of the shape, which is 4 pi r squared. So to find the surface area, we need the radius. The volume is given. The volume is 4 over 3 pi r cubic. So 4,200 is 4 over 3 pi r cubic. I think before that I made something wrong. Is it right? Because I wrote the volume not 4 over 3. Here, I think that I made something wrong. It was, okay, sorry, let's come back here. Here now the volume is 5,000, which is 4 over 3 pi r cubic. So then to find it, multiply it by 3 over 4 by both terms. So here it cancels each other. So here r cubic, it will be 5,000 times 3 over 4 pi. So 5,000 times 3 over 4.
It's 3,750 pi.
5,000 times 3 over 4 pi.
Yeah.
Well, the answer with me is 1,193. Did you multiply 5,000? Multiply by 3 over 4 pi.
Yes.
Can you please check it here? I will check it in my calculator.
Okay.
5,000.
5,000 divided by 3 is 1666.6.
No. Here, before the problem 4, I solved it wrongly because I forgot to put 4 over 3. I only put maybe 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
Here, the volume is, so it was 4 over 3. So 4 over 3, if I want to find this one, I have to multiply 5,000 my 5,000 times 3 over 4 pi.
Is the pi with 4 in the denominator?
Yeah, here it is here.
Yeah, teacher, your answer is correct.
Yeah, so 1,193. Okay, cubic root of 1193. So the radius now it will be 10.6. This is now here for this one. The radius is 10.6. After that, the surface area now, it will be 4 by 10.6 squared. So 10.6 squared now times 4 is 449 by, it will be now meter squared, it will be the surface area. So for this problem here, I forgot to write 4 over 3. I write only maybe 4. This is the things that I make it wrong with. Okay, now let's come back to this, got it here. In this one here, they told me that the volume is 4,200. Let's find the surface area. Now, the surface area is 4 by r squared. The volume is 4 over 3 by r cubic. So, 4,200 is 4 over 3 by r cubic. To find the radius here, let's multiply by 3 over 4 pi. So r cubic it will be 4,000 times 3 over 4 pi. It will be 1,002.7. So a cubic root of this answer, that means the radius is approximately 10. So the radius now of this sphere is 10 feet. How can we find now the surface area? The surface area is 4 by 10 square, which is mean 400 by square feet. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.